Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Shaka from Shaka Reacts, and today's music reaction and analysis comes courtesy of a donation from one of our longtime viewers. We're going to be checking out the performer Teddy Swims and his performance of the song Lose Control in a live setting, guys. Super excited to check this out. Let's get into it, shall we? Ooh, I like that.
Something's got a hold on me lately. No, I don't know myself anymore. Feels like the walls are all closing in and the devil's knocking at my door. Oh, out of my mind. How many times did I tell you I'm no good at being alone? Yeah, it's taking a toll on me. Trying my best to keep from tearing the skin off my bones. Don't you know I lose control when you're not next to me. I'm falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see? I lose control when you're not next to me. Yeah, you're breaking my heart, baby. You make a mess of me. Problematic.
What an opening. Oh my gosh, what an opening. His voice, we'll talk more about his voice a little bit further on, because he's got a really, really unique voice that I like a lot. But my goodness, this beginning, guys. So for those of you that are not familiar with the channel here, we do a lot of rewinding. We do a lot of digging deep into stuff. This is not just a reaction-only thing. We do analyze a lot of stuff, so just be aware of that. The first thing I want to start with, guys, is the keyboard part. So obviously, this is like this is the heart and soul of the song, really, to be honest with you. And I don't know if it's intentional or if it's just kind of the tone color effect coming through here. But I'm interested to see how many of you guys out there listening feel like you're hearing grace notes. So I feel like I'm hearing grace notes being played on the keyboard here, on the keys. So for those of you who don't know what a grace note is where you basically just kind of scoop into a note ever so fast that you can almost barely tell. It almost sounds like it's a wrong note to some degree. I don't know whether they're actually doing that. I'd have to actually see their fingers to know if they're doing grace notes or not. Or if it's more of a chordal thing, like just the tone color that we're getting creates kind of that effect. That can happen if you have the right kind of tone color and the right kind of voicing going on. But it's just a really cool, neat effect. And then, man, just I never thought a chord progression could get me revved up so much. Just the chord progression here, guys, is flat out phenomenal. We got to hear that beginning again, guys. Listen to the keyboard part in particular. See if you hear what I'm talking about with kind of those grace notes happening. And man, we're just going to love every bit of this chord progression and the harmonies that are coming through here. Like, it's just ever so slightly not identically on time. Just ever so slightly off.
Something's got a hold on me lately. No, I don't know myself anymore. Feels like the walls are all closing in and the devil's knocking at my door. Oh, out of my mind. How many times did I tell you?
And then so we have such a simple bum 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 going on over and over again, and then we get a digga-da-da from the lyrics that he's putting out there, and the gosh, the clarity of that, guys, it's such a great contrast of the simplicity of the keyboard part that we've had to give some of that really, intense and what's the word I'm looking for? Just very consonant rhythm there. It just bam, it just shoots out at you.
And the devil's knocking at my door. Oh, out of my mind. How many times did I tell you I'm no good at being alone? Yeah, it's taking a toll on me. Trying my best.
Oh, that dissonance there. The dissonance of that chord in particular, and then the resolution that's coming after that is really good.
I'm no good at being alone. Yeah, it's taking a toll
right here.
on me. Trying my best to keep from tearing the skin off my bones. Don't you know I lose control when you're not next to me? I'm falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see? I lose control when you're not next to me. Yeah, you're breaking my heart, baby. You make a mess of me. Problematic. Problem is I want your body like a fiend, like a bad habit. Bad habits how to break
Oh, this. Oh.
you. Yeah, I know.
Wow, that bass line. Oh my gosh. Anytime you get like this incredible, like soulful funk is the way I would describe this. Like it just it just permeates your body, yourself. Anytime you have something like that, guys, and you feel that and you're just like, why is this so good? Why is this just like it's 9 times out of 10, it's the bass. Listen to this bass line. So earlier, some of the stuff that really was getting to me is the chords. Just the chords and then the vocal harmonies that we have in the background over top of him were phenomenal. But now they're laying in this just really complex and really impressive bass part here. Focus in on that, guys. Just some amazing playing happening here. And it's just so subtle. He makes it seem so easy.
Baby, you make a mess of me. Problematic. Problem is I want your body like a fiend, like a bad habit. Bad habits how to break when I'm with you.
That run right there. That, like, just crazy.
Next to me.
Oops, sorry, I went back too far. There we go.
Problem is I want your body like a fiend, like a bad habit. Bad habits how to break when I'm with
That
you.
lick, man.
Yeah, I know I can do it on my own, but I want that real full on black magic, and it takes two. Problematic.
I had there.
Problem is when I'm with you, I'm an addict, and I need some relief. My skin and your teeth can't see the forest through the trees. Got me down on my knees, darling, please. I lose control when you're not next to me. I'm falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see? I lose control when you're not next to me. Yeah, you're breaking my heart, baby. You make a mess of me.
Oh, dude, man, I love the ending of that too. Like, it's so counter to what you. One of the things I love about a great song is when it can fake you out, and you're so invested in it that you think you know what's coming, and then they fake you out, and they fake you out in a good way. And I feel like that's what's happened here. Like, you get to the end of the solo, you got that from the snare there, and you just feel like we're just driving to this next big climactic part, and then he just totally eases off on that solo and just like cherry on top, so effortless. It's such a great way to kind of throw you off and leave room for something else that's even more impressive to come later after that. The one of the things, so we're going to go back and listen to that guitar solo again, because for one, it was really well done. We've talked before about how when we hear guitar solos, there's so many soloists out there that just try to fill the time in with as many notes as possible, and it's kind of frustrating because they don't really understand how to really play a good melody. And this is an example of where someone really understands how to play a good melody. He welcomes the space. He lets the listener fully, indulge in that idea, that melodic idea, and fully feel it and absorb it. It's just such a good control and good understanding of how melodies and how music works in his solo here. The other thing that I'm loving, I didn't pick up on it at first, and I heard it much more distinctly through this solo here, is it sounds like there's definitely some brass in here. I didn't hear it at the beginning, or at least I didn't notice it at the beginning. But I don't see any live performers. I'm assuming that that's kind of backtracked and added into this. But anytime you have a chance to add some brass to it, man, I'm sure that there's some sax in here as well. There's probably some tenor being played through some of these chords and things as well too. I'd be interested to see a full track listing, like a full instrumentation listing, to see what all they have on here, because there's so much substance that I don't think we're seeing on screen necessarily. All right, let's check that guitar solo again, guys. Oh gosh, just amazing. Yeah, right through here. Got some bass bone. Love that.
When you're not next to me, I'm falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see? I lose control.
All right, before we continue on here, guys, to the end, I haven't talked about it yet. We got to talk about his singing, his voice. One, he melds so well with the background singers. The background singers, shouts to them because they're blending so well with him. His raspiness that he has, there's just such a conflict in this, in the way that he sings this and the way that he approaches this. I mean, I love that. I love that rhythmic contrast that we have in that one line. So, whoa, whoa. It's just so good how he does that. The other thing is, so I don't know if I have heard this before, but it sounds incredibly familiar to me. And it reminds me of something I've heard before. I don't think it was this, but it could be. Let me know in comments, folks. So I have seen the show Euphoria, and one of the all-time best cinematic moments that blends music, in my opinion, is the end of season 1 of Euphoria, if you have seen it. And I'm getting such strong music vibes from this that match what was there at the end of season 1. I can't remember if it's this exact song or not. I don't think it is. I could be wrong on that. Let me know, for those of you that are really familiar with Teddy Swims here, and this song in particular, Lose Control. And let me know if that was used in Euphoria or not. I am absolutely, as soon as I'm done recording this, going to go check that out and find out, because it sounds incredibly familiar and gives me so many of the same vibes in terms of that conflict that I just mentioned earlier in his voice, that raspiness, that conflict. It sounds so powerful, but yet so conflicted. And it just, it really drives home the the lyrics. Lose control. That tension, that constant fight over whether to stay in control or to lose control. It fits very well the ending of Euphoria season 1 as well. Might I add as well. All right, we're gonna go ahead back. Sorry, guys, and listen to again more of his voice. Focus in on that raspy effect that we get, and just that rhythmic difference that he gives us on the solo part. It's just, it's so good.
I lose control when you're not next to me. I'm falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see? I lose control when you're not next to me. You're breaking my heart, baby. You make a mess of me.
Absolutely love this, man. This is such a good song. I know I for one want to check out more of Teddy Swims. Thank you so much to Jamie Mitchell. Shout out to Jamie Mitchell for the recommendation on this, guys, and the donation. Really, 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 really great song. Great performer. I would love to check out some more of his stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video as well. If you did, I would absolutely appreciate it, guys, if you make sure that you guys give a thumbs up, like the video. More importantly, if you liked what you saw today and you want to get more of it, make sure you guys subscribe and turn on those notifications so you don't miss any other videos that we put out, guys, especially if we put out some more videos on Teddy Swims. Last but not least, if you want to continue your journey down that wonderful music rabbit hole that it is, guys, make sure you check out the next video.